Welcome to Pastor's Chat today. We're continuing looking at Ephesians chapter 4, and today we're specifically going to be looking at verses 22 through 24. Paul has been talking about because we have a new position in Christ as believers, we should not walk the way we used to walk as the Gentiles walk around us. The world, in other words, walks around us. We should be different, live different, talk different, have different attitude. Why? Because we're in Christ. And as we look at these verses, Paul puts it this way in verse 22, that you put off concerning the former conduct, the old man, which grows corrupt according to the deceitful lust, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind, and that you put on the new man, which was created according to God in true righteousness and holiness. What this means is, as a believer, putting off the old man means intentionally rejecting the sinful nature that we inherited from Adam, the old self, corrupted by deceitful desires, as Paul explained it and described it here in Ephesians. It's not just about bad habits. It's about our core identity before Christ. Before salvation, we were enslaved in sin. In the book of Colossians chapter 3, verses 1 all the way through verse 11, Paul lists specific examples: immorality, greed, anger, lies. These are the practices of the old life that once defined us, that leads to death and leads to God's wrath. Now, spiritually speaking, putting off is like shedding dirty clothes after a long, grimy day. It's a decisive act of faith, recognizing that when we trusted in Christ, the old man, the old self, was crucified with him. This is in Romans chapter 6. We don't reform the old man, we put him off because he's dead in God's eyes. And this brings real freedom as we choose righteousness. Again, read Romans 6. Because we're now no longer enslaved to sin, we're free to live a righteous life following after Jesus Christ. Then conversely, as we put off the old man and we put on the new man, it reminds us that we literally embrace our new identity in Jesus Christ. The new self is created in Christ's likeness. It's renewed in mind and spirit and body. Ephesians talks about it. Ephesians says it's about true righteousness and holiness. Colossians adds that it's renewed in the image of our Creator, where divisions like race and status fade because Christ is all and in all. I love how he says it in Ephesians. He says, for there is neither Greek nor Jew, circumcised nor uncircumcised, barbarian, Scythian, slave or free. It's Christ who is all and in all. And basically, spiritually, to put off the old man is like taking off the old dirty clothes, not reforming, putting on new clothes, the new man that we have in Christ Jesus. And we do this consciously. We do it daily. We do it moment by moment, knowing that it's Christ who is our life and he is our all in all. And when we practice this as we should, I love how I think it was Brother Lawrence talks about practicing holiness, practicing godliness in our lives. It means we actively, consciously are saying, I choose Christ over the old flesh, over the old ways. I choose to read my Bible. I choose to follow him and love him and live for him and witness for him. Oh, my friend, when this takes place, this is a reality. We are free to do what we ought to do, to love the Lord and to live a life of holiness and righteousness before him. And that's what Paul's talking about. Put off the old man, put on the new man, and live a free life for the glory of God. Well, God bless you as you dedicate and consecrate your life to him. Romans 12, 1 and 2. Don't be conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you might prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. Well, God bless, and you have a wonderful, wonderful day.